Hey, how's it going everyone? I know from the title you're probably wondering, how is this game dying? Well, let's talk about it because it is currently on live support if you've not noticed recently. Bethesda has failed a lot by delaying content and it seems to be driving people away from the game, especially now that Public Worlds has been available for some time. The first mistake that the devs made was creating Public Worlds. They all made it seem like in the beginning that this or these modes were going to be fun and entertaining for us players, yet it seems not to be that way after all. I decided I would take a look and see how many players are participating in this. This might come as a shocker, but it is a dead server. If you take a look at the clip right now, you can tell right away that this is a sad, depressing lobby. The reason why Public Worlds sucks so bad is that if you are a new player, this is pretty much pointless for you. I mean, sure, you'll have fun doing whatever, yet there is no progression tied to this. This is why there's not many people participating in this mode, because it does not give you any self-satisfaction or self-achievement, you know? Something that gives you that feeling to come back to the game the next day. There's no evolvement for the player. It is basically a blank canvas for new players and current. Unlike survival, where you could transfer any type of progression, let's say you took out a player and robbed them of their resources, you could then leave the game and go to Public Worlds to transfer all those goodies. I like this mode because it gave you that feeling of being an actual raider, plus not to mention you could take some risk by fighting other players and possibly losing your materials as well. Public Worlds is just a shame, sadly. The second mistake that was made was Purveyor. This year, we received the rerolling mechanic so that we can reroll any weapon of our choice. The only way to roll your arsenal is if you have a legendary core and a legendary modules. These legendary modules can be purchased from Purveyor. There is a problem with this because she also sells cases that will give you a random weapon slash armor with random 3-star effects. You're better off just purchasing the modules and finding the arsenal of your choice than re-rolling it instead of just purchasing a random crate from her. I'm surprised that there has not been any changes to this, as it is pretty pointless to go for those cases, but if they could just rework her and possibly take out the cases and give us the choice of purchasing legendary cores instead, I would be happy with it. The only items we would possibly see is legendary cores, modules, and vault scraps. They could possibly add more to this list. This change would be great to see, and I believe many of you would like to see this. The third mistake, in my opinion, is Minerva. Honestly, fundamentally, it is a good idea, right? She will sell you plants that are rare for a certain price in exchange for your hard-earned gold bullion. The major issue with her is the inventory prices for specific plans. For example, a test tube will cost you 1,000 gold bullion, and a neon glowing sign will cost you about 750 gold bullion. These prices can be quite a strain on your character's pocket. The tube plan and neon sign can be purchased from a player's vendor, and usually these are sold at cheap prices for caps only. This is not the only plans that I've seen from this list that can be purchased from other players for a cheap price, but it seems that Minerva is just a stingy lady and she really wants you to spend a large amount of gold. What sucks the most is the fact that it is hard to acquire a lot of gold bullion since it is protected by time gates. They have increased the amount of notes that you can turn in, yet that is not enough at all. What makes me sick is that they slowly increased everything as the years went on. This can range from stash weight, cap increase, gold increase, etc. And it can be overly frustrating when you have been playing this since day one. As of right now, there is nothing to do on the game except for taking out Earl and the Queen again and again. We all wanted a new mode that had progression. We wanted a new encounter or boss fight like Earl. We wanted a better scoreboard too, like Season 1 and Season 2. Yet, as time went on, it seemed that they decided to pretty much sell the good stuff on the Atomic Shop and give us the crap items on the scoreboard. There is no respect when it comes to us players. You have Lady Dijon laughing at Reddit and Discord posts. You got a game that is bugged still. And on top of all of this, you won't see Fallout 5 for a long time. Yeah, if you did not know, Todd Howard recently had a great interview over on Reddit. I did not go over it in a video, but basically, he pretty much has said that we won't see this crap for a while. If I had any idea, I would say that they have their eyes fully set on that Starlight, Starcade, Star something, whatever the heck it is. Starfield, that's it. They most most likely have their eyes set on that instead of just creating a new Fallout. So I guess it makes sense, but to us players that love Fallout, it's going to be a long time before we see it. And that's just the way it goes. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I know it was sort of a rant, but it's really just the honest perspective that I have out of the game. With that being said, take care of yourselves out there, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.